Hi and welcome in this video. In this video we're gonna continue to build my base plugin for Counter-Strike Sharp in CS2. And in this video I'm gonna just do a connection log for my server because the table is already existing. I use it for right now for my other servers in my other games. So it's a table which gets used in multiple games. And I just wanna do it now for Counter-Strike 2 as well. So the table structure is like ID, game, nickname, authentication ID, alias Steam ID in this case, but I call it authentication ID because of other games, like for example GTA 5 has an other type of ID system. A map, server IP, server name, and the time. So we have to get all of these values. And yeah, so the first what we're gonna do is we have of course to add the MySQL connector, as you can see in this command, to the project. And you can do this by going on Package Manager Console, paste, and that's it. Great, after we now downloaded it and added it to the project, we can include the MySQL connector as follows, that's it. And now we can connect to the database. Usually you want to connect to the database when the plugin loads, and that's in this function here. And we're gonna do this, and I have already a line copied, like this, and then let's define here the MySQL login data. I have already, so here you type your password, your username, the database, and the port. If you're running it on your server, it's most of the time localhost. Sometimes if it doesn't work, you have to type it like this instead. Sometimes localhost makes problems and then you have to type it like this. For example, under Linux a lot of times. I tried now with localhost. If it makes problems, then I'm gonna change it. In most of the time, but usually, especially when you work with live database, you want to do this inside a try block. Simple for the reason that you can then catch the error. So for my case, I will as first get the database log information. I'm gonna show you it. So I'm gonna type now describe connection log, and this is gonna show us the structure. As you can see, it's basically everything varchar, and ID we don't need. So I copy it still, even the fact that it's all characters, and I write it like this. Okay, so we have it now. That's the cells. We're gonna do injecting. We're gonna insert and insert the database. And now let's create a function, public static, static void. Let's name it insert connection log string game string nickname string authentication ID string map string server IP string server name and string time. Okay, like this. Now we make a try and a catch exception. Yeah, that's already correct. And here we can already write console write line error. Let's write insert connection log error. It's also already correct X message because of the variable here of exception. And now let's start with the connection on itself, and that's using var connection. And now we create a new instance of MySQL like this. Then we open the connection like it already suggesting. Like this, great. And now we write the query. So, and for the query, we write insert into connection log, and then we write the cells which we wanna insert. That's basically the same like here, but you know what? I type it like this, just in case. server IP. Yep, that's correct. And then we close it. Now the question I'm asking, can I just do it like this and continue? Nope. Can I? What about this? I think this works, yeah, like in C++. And now what we're gonna write is values. And now we, at the placeholders, what we gonna insert inside the query. So inside the database, I'm gonna just name it pretty similarly to make it just more clear. And here I'm gonna write this. By the way, on table names or general names, you write this symbol, but on the data you write this symbol, just as an info in case you didn't know. So that's basically this query string, and what we're gonna do now is inserting in these placeholder values the actually data, because right now it's just placeholders, and we do this with typing using MySQL command, and now you type the variable which has the query stored, which is in this case query, and now you type the variable which has the MySQL connection stored, which is in this case connection. So, and now you type command parameters at which value, because we wanna have a value, from at which value. Yep, and now we just make this with any cell. Cell is, by the way, this is a cell, this is a cell, this is a cell. It's basically from a row, one category. That's what cell means. Okay, server name. And time. Now, of course, we have to do two changes. First of all, the value of game. Let me think. Actually, we can. Shall we do it here directly? I don't know. You know what? No. That's just the query, how it should be. And of course, you have to write at the end command. No. Sorry, inside the block, of course. I leave mostly like one line, so just to be clear, command execute non-query, like this. This executes then the command, and that's basically pretty much it. It's not that complicated. And what we're gonna do is basically use this insert connection log function we just made when a player is connecting. And first of all, let me move this unload here, just to make it more cleaner. And where is the connection? On player connection here. Here is it. We can remove this placeholder. ID, player name. Is this how you get? Probably like this, yeah. So we can remove this like this. We return hook result continue so that nothing gets blocked. And what we're gonna do now is create all the variables we need for the function we just built. Let me copy this because I can't remember all of them. Like this. By the way, don't worry about the arrays, it's normal. String game. Let me just first create a string all in a row. Like this. We have to remove, of course, the definer from here. Okay, and now we're gonna assign. So it's easy. It's obviously counter-struct2. So that's the first thing we can do. It's always counter-struct2, since this is C# inside counter-struct2. So this is clear. So what is the next what we're gonna do? It's the data time, because this is also pretty clear. We go data time, the time now, and we have, of course, to write to string because we store it inside a string then. And now here we're gonna write the format we wanna have it. Like this. Because I wanna have it in this format, where I show you. That's the format in which I store strings. What we now get is the server name, and we can get this with convar find host name. Let us check again if this is correct. Host name. Yep. Host name. And here we basically make it get the string value of it. Like this. Then we do the same for convar find IP. Let us check, is IP correct? Yes, it is. It's also a string. So we need the string value. Oh, one small mistake I did. The server IP is string and the port together. So we have first to separate it here. Let's say raw IP convar find IP to not a string value, and here string raw port convar find. I think it's host port. Yep, it is host port. I remember from last video. And here, what did we do here again? I forgot. It was an integer, right? Okay, we need to get primitive value. Okay, primitive value integer. Oh, sorry, one mistake. It also expect like this, and then we instant convert it to a string. And then what we basically do is to the server IP address, because now we have, for example, in this variable stored this, that's the server IP, the raw server IP, and here we have stored the port. But when we combine these two strings, then it would look like this. And this is obviously wrong. We need also have a double point. So what we do is simply combine these two strings, and between these two strings we simply add a double point like this. It's pretty easy. Raw IP plus double point plus raw port. Done. That's basically it. And then on nickname you use the ID, player name. Done. Oops, I compiled by mistake. And here we press the ID, author the Steam ID, and now Steam ID 2. It's I think Steam ID 2. Let me Google fast. It's Steam ID 2. Let me show you what I mean by this. Because there are different types of Steam ID. This is, for example, used in Gold Source engine. But I say honestly, in my opinion, that's the best one. It just looks the best. So I did it correctly guessed. It's Steam ID 2. And here we get the server map name. I think that's it, huh? Yep, that's it. Great. Did I forgot something? I think not. I don't think so. Nope, still didn't work for some reason. Did we type the connection log? Yep, the table is correct. Huh. But it should actually... Ah, yeah, but let us see for the... Where is the connection log? So, okay, we have one problem. The problem is that it seems like when the player connects that the available information we try to read is not available yet, which makes the MySQL code never to be executed. One solution to this problem is if we, instead of on player connect, wait till the player has an authorized Steam ID. And I assuming now if the player has an authorized Steam ID, we can also gain access to all these variables we try to read. So I gonna try not to hook. So what I try to do is now to get on auto, no, on play, yeah, GG. Oopsie. Like this. Now what we gonna try to do is hook mode. No, that's not what I try to do. Let me look how it is called. What I'm trying to search right now is for the event when the player is authorized. Event player connect full. Oh, maybe that's the solution. Oh, something happened. Something new happened. System. Okay, we got an error about MySQL. That's a good sign. Okay, then let's go again back to the code. This is really good because now it works and now we can finally continue. We got an error that the code on my Linux server couldn't find the MySQL connector. So I'm gonna check something fast. Okay, I get the problem. We need the MySQL DLL to also provide on the DLL file of my plugin. Basically, you move the MySQL player also here inside of the MySQL connector, but I don't want to do this. I want to bundle it into one DLL file because it just looks better in my opinion. So what I'm gonna install is 40. So I have already the comments prepared. Here XML file. And we call it this. Like this, great. Rebuild. So what I'm gonna do is first a new line so it looks a bit better. And here we're gonna do include assembly. Here it's already standing. Huh? And the name MySQL connector. Like this. And now we compile it again. And let's take a look if it should be no bigger. And yep, now you can see the DLL file is much bigger because it's now bundled together into one. This is plugins list. It's loaded. And let me connect one single time. Okay, you can see here access denied for user. So it seems I wrote the wrong password. I compile, I corrected the password. I can show it, of course, logically. So what I did is I updated the password. I can show it right now because it's the password. But now it must work. Like actually. And it worked, as you can see. Counter-Strike 2, Raeyid, Steam. Everything worked. That's exactly like I wanted. You can see it says Counter-Strike 2 because there is no logo I can include it, but you can see it worked. That's basically how you do a connection log. Pretty straightforward and simple. And yeah, I hope you liked the video. If yes, leave a like and a sub. And see you next time. Bye.